Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to yet another video, welcome back to yet another match preview. Bristol City take on Luton at Kenilworth Road this evening in a very important match for both sides really. Luton struggling a bit recently, and also Bristol City not a bit inconsistent as well. We normally start these shows by looking at the opposition, and yeah, Luton at the moment are going kind of into the middle of the league and look like they're going to be settling there for a while. Luton are a team, again, as I've mentioned, a bit inconsistent recently. They've had a bit of a delay, but since coming back from the day, they've won 3 games and they've lost 1, which is where Sheffield United last weekend. A 2-0 defeat at Bramall Lane. I got a red card for Reece Burke. Yeah, pretty comprehensive win for Sheffield United there. Luton, though, will be looking to bounce back, obviously. Who wouldn't after 2-0 defeat? Luton currently 13th in the league at the moment, only 1 point off the top half, so they'll be looking to move into the top half this evening with a win over Bristol City. Luton's top scorer is Elijah Adebayo. He's scored 10 goals this season. He was signed from Walsall in January last season, and he's been pretty influential in Luton's campaign. He scored 10 goals. Luton scored 36. Positive 5 goal difference. 25 games played, 35 points. Luton going pretty well at the moment in the Championship. Right, Bristol City it is then next, who won obviously in the Seven-Side Derby last weekend against Cardiff, and now they'll be looking to bounce. They'll be looking to keep that consistency going, because what Bristol City found this season is they've not been able to be consistent enough. And what we can now try and do is build on that excellent result against Cardiff. And look, go away to Luton has not been easy for us. Past couple of seasons, we've lost 3-0 there under Lee Johnson, and we lost 2-1 there last season under Dean Holden. We've scored only 1 goal there in 2 visits. So this trip is not going to be easy. It's not been easy the past couple of years. So what we can only try and hope for is a bit of a response from that, and hopefully we can change that around. Maybe it is just about not losing this game, because as I've mentioned, Luton are a good side. They've stabilised in this Championship malarkey and are doing quite well. They finished 11th last season, as I mentioned. Bristol City have been on a bit of a slippery road for the past couple of seasons, of that 12th place finish and that 19th place finish last season. And now we need to, if we want to really progress, we can beat teams like Luton. And I do not mean that in a slanderous way. What I mean by that is, because Luton are so good and have stabilised over this past couple of years and have a good recruitment policy, if we can go away to their place and beat them, that will be a good sign of, right, we can do something. I don't mean like Luton are terrible. No. But that's what many people interpret when people say Luton, teams like Luton. I don't mean it like that way. I mean it as in Luton are a very good side, who've stabilised over the past couple of years. If we can go away to their place and beat them, that'll be a sign of maybe what Nigel Pearson can do in the future with this football club. That'll be a good start. It'll be a fantastic start, wouldn't it? We've scored goals. We can score goals. We've shown that. We've scored 3 quite a few times this season. We've scored 2s and 1s quite a number of times this season. We've scored a lot of goals for a team that's in the bottom half. Defence, though, has been a real concern. And to concede 2 goals against Cardiff, with one of the worst scoring records in the league, a bit of a concern. We need to try and rectify that. If we can rectify that, that'll be fantastic, because definitely got the attack quality there. And Andy Weimann, Semenyo, Chris Martin when he's on form. Chris Martin when he's on form and holding the ball up well and creating chances for others and getting on the end and being in the right position, being in the right place at the right time, getting on the end of crosses, set pieces, all of that, what Chris Martin can do, and what Chris Martin has done all his career. When he does that, Chris Martin is a huge, huge asset to the club. He'll be so pivotal in terms of our season success. Because Chris Martin can do something other people in this squad can't, which is hold the ball up, being in the box at the right time, and also create chances for others. With the pace of Andy Weimann, with the pace of Antoine Semenyo, with the pace down the left, especially with Callum O'Dowda, maybe even down the right with Alex Scott, there is some room where we can go, right, Chris, get the ball, try and switch it to wide areas, or try and get Andy and Antoine running in. Because we know they've got the pace to beat pretty much any defender in the Championship, really. Because they're rapid. If we can go and do that, that'll be a great, great, great start. As I've mentioned, though, Luton, I like to play this energetic, high energy, high pressing style, and with that comes some rotation. I've heard from many Luton fans that Nathan Jones does like to rotate his squad quite a lot, and a lot of rotation was there against Sheffield United, where they fielded a few players. So the likes of Elijah Adebayo was on the bench. Harry Cornick was injured, but key players like Adebayo can be rested out. It can be brought in and out because of the way that Luton Town play. And we need to combat that, obviously, whether that's playing out the back, whether that's going directly, whether that's trying to switch the balls into wide areas quickly, effectively and efficiently. We have to find a way to deal with that. Obviously, the game earlier in the season was a 1-1 draw at Ashton Gate. Nathan Baker scored early on in the first, I think it was the second half, before 91st minute, equalised by Danny Hilton. We need to try and find a way of where we went wrong in that game, potentially, because I don't think we played that well in that game. Luton had many chances, could have won the game. On any other day, they could have won the game. Had a lot of chances. I think they hit the post quite a few times as well. And now the fact that we're at their place makes me slightly worried that if Luton go after us, which I know they will, which we all know should know that they will. If they go after us, will we be able to combat that and cope with that and resist it effectively, and then impose ourselves on Luton? It's going to be tough. Luton are a very good side. Admire them totally. We need to try and find a way of going, right, that's them. What can we do, though? Because we've got some good players up top, and especially in the wide areas as well. Maybe not at the back, but so what? If we can outscore opposition, we win a game. Happens every game. Score more than your opposition, get 3 points. Simple. Right, I'm also going to now talk about the team lineup against Cardiff, and I'll see what changes I'd make. Max O'Leary, I think, will stay in goal. I don't know what's gone on with Dan Bentley. Max O'Leary hasn't been great. He hasn't been great at all. I don't think there's any other real alternative, really, to Max O'Leary. If we think Dan Bentley's... I don't know what's going on with Dan Bentley. Maybe he's had a falling out with Nigel Pearson. Maybe he's on his way out. Who really knows? Maybe he's not got the right attitude. Whatever it is, I think Max O'Leary's going to stay. Campering, I think, will stay at left centre-back. I think Thomas Callas definitely deserves to stay at right centre-back. Rob Atkinson, he came off injured against Cardiff in the first half, so maybe he'll not play. I think Zach Viner might come in for him. I think Callum O'Dowda will play left wing back. I think Alex Scott will play right wing back. Hannah Masengo will, I'm pretty sure, stay. Andy King as well came off injured against Cardiff in the first half. So we had 2 injuries, 4 substitutions there. So maybe Joe Williams, but Joe Williams, I'm not sure Joe Williams is ready yet for 90 minutes. Maybe Eman Benarous, maybe De Silva comes in again, like nice did against Cardiff. Maybe stick him there, around there. But I am at right wing back. But move Alex Scott in, or just bring Eman Benarous in. Don't know. I think the front three will stay. Obviously, I think Chris Martin, Antoine Semenyo, and Andy Weimann have got to stay. They were very, very, very good against Cardiff. Chris Martin obviously with the 2 goals. Antoine Semenyo forced the Cardiff mistake out of Aidan Flint. Nice one. And Andy Weimann also scored a goal and just never stopped running all day. Never stopped running. So they all kind of complement each other quite nicely. And when you look at it, we've got some good options on the bench. Naki Wells, Tommy Conway was there against Cardiff as well. So, who knows? There is certainly some depth up top, really, in terms of the attacking positions. Not necessarily striker, because I think Chris Martin, you can't just rely on Chris Martin and Naki Wells all season, really. But when we add all of them together, put them into the pot, Chris Martin, Antoine Semenyo, Andy Weimann, Naki Wells, Tommy Conway, pretty decent, isn't it? We could get some goals out there. We have got goals out there in recent games, so that's good. Right. So I think it will be Max Leary in goal, Cam Pring, a back three of Pring, Vine, Callas, O'Dowda, Masengo, Scott, De Silva. I think De Silva will play right wing back. I didn't mention that. I think De Silva will play right wing back. Weimann, Antoine Semenyo, and Chris Martin will stay, I think, up top. Right, score prediction time now. We're nearly at the end of this. Score prediction time. Obviously, we won 3-2 last game. We conceded 6 before that. I don't think we'll concede 6 again. I think it'll be a draw, to be honest, because both teams are good. I'd say both teams have got a bit of a threat going forward. Bristolcity are poorer defensively, henceforth they're a little bit lower down the pecking order in the Championship table. Luton have got much better defence than City. Bristolcity have conceded 47 goals. Luton have conceded 31. That's 16 more that Bristolcity have conceded. Luton have only scored 1 more goal than us. Go figure. They're higher than us in the league table. As I mentioned, I think it will be I think it'll be a tight game. Do I necessarily think it'll be a draw? Who knows? We've gone with the pattern a bit like last season, haven't we? Where we lose and win more games than we draw. I'd like to see us draw a few more games, because at the moment we've drawn 6 games. Hull have drawn 5, Cardiff have drawn 5, Reading and Posh have drawn 5, and Stoke have drawn 5 as well, and also QPR have drawn 5. What I'm basically saying is, if we can draw a few more games and just bank a few more points, we can try and move up that league table. Because what I want is to move up that league table. I'm not asking us to gain promotion, get into the playoffs, or close the 11-point gap that there is between us and Huddersfield right now. No, that's not going to happen. That's not realistic at all. What I want us to do is be competitive, be tight defensively, score goals, go brilliantly, fantastic. Even the goals dry up a little bit. What I want us to do is be defensively organised. So there is a foundation to build on. All the best teams have been promoted from the Championship. Even Norwich last season, Fulham this season. Not so much Fulham this season, actually. Fulham a few seasons ago. They were brilliant defensively. That's the reason why they got promoted. Teams like Norwich, Sheffield United that season, Aston Villa 18-19, 19-20, Brentford were brilliant defensively, Watford were excellent, one of the best the league has ever seen. Norwich were also very good defensively. One, because they had a pattern of play where they kept the ball, or that the player stuck to. 2, they knew how to defend, and from there on they scored the goals to win games. I'm not asking to do that. I'm not asking to go win the league and be the best defensive team to ever see in the league has ever seen. No, 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 no. What I want us to do is be solid defensively. Be solid defensively, and go from there. Because if we can be solid defensively, we know what we can do going forward. We know that. We've shown that over the past few games. If we can just stand a little bit of be a bit more streetwise at the back, and not concede so many late goals as we've done this season. 6 in the league, I think. 6. It might be 5 in the league and 6 in total. Obviously, we just concede that late goal against Forest Green as well. Just be a bit more streetwise. That'll be fantastic, and we could really progress from there. Waffling along, I think it'll be a draw. I genuinely think it'll be a draw. I think we're going. I don't think it'll be 0-0. I think it'll be tight. I think I'll go for 1-1 though. Both teams are, as I said, both teams are good attacking wise. Bristolcity more so recently. Luton actually quite a bit better defensively. Can we keep a clean sheet? I don't think we can. Generally think we can score goals. I'll go for a 1-1 draw. And I'll go for Andy Weimann to score for us. And I'll go for Elijah Adebayo to score for Luton. Right. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that video. That was Bristolcity versus Luton Town match preview. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe. Subscription is totally free. Hit that red button. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. After you subscribe as well, to keep up to date with everything that is uploaded on the Bristol YouTube channel. Like the video if you haven't already as well, if you've enjoyed it. Comment down below your thoughts on the game that's going to take place this evening, because at the end of the day, that is what is most important. But again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.